A Christmas yacht party. Dean's girl bro had just lost a round of high-stakes truth or dare and was down to a string bikini. This was Skylar Wells, the girl who usually slammed tequila shots and swore like a sailor, now dramatically clutching her chest, tears streaming down her perfectly contoured cheek. Dean wrapped Skylar in his own bespoke cashmere overcoat, then laughed, a casual, dismissive sound as he pushed me toward the circle of trust fund brat. What's the fun in watching the guys strip when you can watch the little ingenue type do it? Huddled in Dean's embrace, Skylar smirked, her voice syrupy sweet as she addressed the onlookers. Guys, this is Will, the girl who works the front desk at my dad's office. You know how those people are, flash enough cash, and they'll play any game you want. Dean leaned in, his breath hot against my ear, the intimacy sickeningly fake. Skylar's the CEO's daughter. Will, can't risk her image. Think of this as doing the company a favor. I'll make sure you get a generous bonus. He had no idea. I was the real heiress. The receptionist gig was just a clause in my grandfather's insane, ironclad inheritance wager. As the most notorious black sheep in the circle, the one everyone secretly called the vicious princess, no one, and I mean no one, had dared to play games with me in years. Jax Riker, the ringleader, exhaled a plume of smoke directly into my face and slammed a heavy-duty revolver onto the mahogany table. Front desk girl, he sneered, his eyes hard. Can you actually afford to play? Lose. And it's not just about taking off clothes. I raised an eyebrow. The last time I'd heard that tone from him was 2 years ago. Jax and his crew had cornered me on a winding Malibu Canyon road, insisting on a street race. The memory of having 10 of them dangling over a sheer drop, terrified, humiliated, and unable to climb the hill for a year, warmed me. At least he had some guts this time. But the lack of perception was insulting. I'd grown my hair out, traded smoky eyes for a minimal look, but still, none of them recognized Willow Lockwood. Seeing my silence, Skylar started whining, practically jumping up and down in Dean's arms. Dean, you gonna let her ruin your old man? She won't play, which means I have to strip again. Dean stepped in front of me, his voice low, measured, and utterly certain. Will, you walk out now, and we're done. We break up. For a year, the mere threat of a breakup had been his ace card. I'd always folded instantly. He was convinced I was desperately in love, yet he didn't know breaking up was one of the few things that could void my inheritance wager. I pushed back my sleeve and glanced at my watch. 3 hours left. Fine. What's the game? Jax crushed the cigarette but against the table, his gaze dropping suggestively to my chest. At first, peel something off. I looked at Dean. He averted his eyes, pulling Skylar tighter, unwilling to intervene. My grandfather had always said I had the ruthlessness but lacked the judgment to pick allies. I guess he wasn't wrong. I tossed the cashmere wrap onto the deck, revealing the silky chemise beneath. Jax licked his lips. Russian roulette. 6 chambers. 1 bullet. We take turns pulling the trigger. Skip your turn, and you strip. He then demonstrated, raising the gun to his own temple and pulling the trigger, which was met with a roar of cheers. He was waiting for me to cry, to beg, to be humiliated. Too bad. Jax was still playing in the dirt when I was pointing a gun at a cartel leader's head. I snatched the gun, spun the cylinder, then slammed it shut. Without hesitation, I pointed it at my temple and pulled the trigger.